Welcome, co-creator of the sacred timeline. Oh, that's you if you tuned in. Yeah. We are co-creators of the sacred timeline, 888 timeline. And you're going to have to tap in to your skills, to something that is specific to you. You're going to add something. We're all going to add something to this sacred timeline. And collectively, we're going to achieve and experience an abundance on this timeline like never before. When a collection of people all focus their attention, oh, it's the currency of the universe. But when a collection of people all focus their attention, we collectively shift and change and mold the timeline. And that's what we're doing right now. You could hit 888 if you hear me crystal clear on the live stream. It's a very powerful time period. And you might be getting this message, you're tuned into this message and you feel to yourself, I think we shifted timelines. Have you been saying that to yourself over the past week? You know what, it seems like we've shifted timelines. It's something that's changed inside of me, something that's changed in the world. You're tapped into this and you feel this, that we've shifted. But now that we've shifted, you have to hold the frequency. It's something that I've shared many times. You're going to have to hold the frequency. And, there are individuals that are anchor points. We've shared this many times. And when we go through today's lesson, you know that you're a co-creator of the sacred timeline. You resonate with 144,000. You hold that energy. That's an energy that you hold within your DNA. And the 144,000 will be sealed in the forehead. You're sealed in the forehead, so you're actually, within that, you're observing the fabric of the timeline. You're observing the fabric of reality. You're sealed in the forehead, so you could see things like Mandela effects. Are you tuned into this message? Are you able to see the changes in the fabric of reality, the Mandela effects that have maybe come to the forefront, especially in recent times? So you are sealed in the forehead and you're actually observing. You're an observer. You're observing the timeline. You're critically thinking and you're processing many things. And one of the things that we have to really embrace at this time, you want to be a co-creator of the sacred timeline. Well, one of the things that you have to do is tap in. I might have to move in a little bit of time here because there's a lot of noise going on. But one of the things that you're going to have to do is tap into your inner child. It's like you hit record and then all of a sudden everyone's activated making noises, right? But when you're tapped in, when you're tuned into your inner child, there are things on your journey that you can create like never before by being tapped in to the inner child that's inside. And we're going to, really discuss tapping in to the inner child in today's lesson. And I would like to do it outside, but this is what goes on. This is what goes on. So if you're just joining us, please, I'm very grateful. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate that very much. And in today's lesson, when we think about anchor points, you're an anchor point. You're anchoring in certain things to the reality. So you have certain skills, unique needs that need to be met. And on our journey, when we think about the things that are part of our everyday life, as I have to now go inside because it wouldn't be any other way. It wouldn't be any other way, Light Warriors. It wouldn't be any other way. No, so we hold certain things that we anchor in to our reality. And you are sitting back and you're observing the reality, and you're an anchor point. And being an anchor point, you could tap in and start to, we're going to be nice and quiet today. We're going to be nice and quiet. It's the only way to do it, Light Warriors. It's the only way to do it. So, you know what? It's like you think like everything is going to work out a certain way, but you're going to have to be on your toes. So this is, maybe it makes it for a tremendous live stream, but you know, it's you know, I wanted to be with the peaceful palm, but I have to focus. And sometimes we have to, you know, switch things up, change it up. When you co-create something with other people, it's very powerful. And there is a vision inside of you. The vision that's inside of you, you had a vision, I want to create this for the world. I want to bring this into the world. Now it's the time to actually bring it into the world, because you know that you're being supported. You're being thoroughly supported right now. And we're actually on that brand new, remember the brand new timeline that we've been talking about? We're on the brand new timeline. And you thoroughly feel that there's, you know, you're not tapped into the negativity. So you might go on YouTube, you might go on social media, and you see certain, you know, videos, and it's you know, you see things, the end of the world, this and that, it's gonna blow up, you know, it's hellfire and brimstone. But you, the person that's tuned into this message this far, you know that it's no longer relevant. Does that make sense to you? Do you see some of these things and you say to yourself, oh, this is no longer relevant because we switched timelines. There's no need to be tapped into negativity because we're on that new timeline, okay? And you could hit 888 if you're on the sacred timeline, and I'm just making sure that the live stream is still going. It's unbelievable. So the negativity, falls by the wayside. And what we need to do if we're going to be these co-creators, we have to really tap in to the inner child. You know, I have the beautiful pink on today, and the pink energy represents the inner child. And that's what I'm going to instill in each and every one of you in today's lesson, is the importance of really embodying, embracing the inner child. So when you were a kid, you were able to create, you had imagination, and over the course of time, certain, you know, you had to fit into the matrix. You had to fit into that matrix box. You had to give up on your dreams, but you're actually a builder. You're a builder of the sacred timeline. You're co-creating the sacred timeline with other people. You might have went through in the previous year or years. Hasn't it been it's been a crazy ride, huh? years of this. Some people don't understand you. It's years of this. And you have been going through this. And the things that you went through, they molded you. You learned certain things, your trials, your tribulations, that was for a reason. Because you gained so much knowledge from it. And because you gained all this knowledge, you were able to now take that knowledge and use it as a little building blocks, right? All the things, you know, I did a video out in nature not too long ago, sharing how, you know, what was sent to destroy you becomes one of your cornerstones, right? It's actually a footstool. I got my foot up on the footstool. God gave you a footstool, and now you get to rest and you get to sit down. I got my feet up on a footstool right now. Right, I just get to sit here. I get to write my notes. I get to chillax with my feet up on the footstool, and I'm so comfortable. And you got to be comfortable expressing the inner child. The student became the master. You know, on my journey, and a lot of you resonate with, you know, the 144. You resonate with chosen ones. You resonate with the Hopi Prophecy Rainbow Warriors. You knew that you came here for a divine purpose. And you might have spent time alone, and your trainer, you were training alone with God. That's what differentiates us versus the others. Because you went inside and you started to get in tune with God. And God trained you. So you sat there and you processed a lot. Problem with the world is people don't process things. They they just regurgitate. You ever see them? They just regurgitate things, but they don't actually take the concept. They don't sit with it out alone. They don't process it. They don't talk to God. What does this mean? What's the real life experience? If you don't have the real life experience, okay, you can't just read it in a book. You can't just regurgitate what someone said on social media. It's going to fail right now. And if you're a co-creator of the sacred timeline that's being built right now, you're going to have to build these things by yourself. Oh, yeah. Remember the videos that we've done in the previous months? God gave us a strong ironclad foundation, a rock solid foundation. You know, if the foundation of whatever, you know, a person is working on, it's a little shaky. It's built on quicksand. It's not going to last right now. So you had to have that ironclad foundation. The lessons in growth that you had over the previous years, they're used to build. You had divine will and determination, the sacred timeline that each and every one of us are building right now. If you just tuned into the message, are you feeling positivity like never before? You feel like we've made it. We've made it. Relax. You're already here, right? Relax. You're already here. That's the energy you feel. You don't have to tune into negativity anymore. So you have that knowing. So the inner child is how we build this new timeline. Sometimes I meet people, and you know, you might meet people as well, and you have like certain thoughts, maybe they're memories. I don't know. I don't know. But like you meet people, and you feel comfortable around them, and you feel like you know them forever. And I've had this vibe a few times when I meet people, and it's like I remember like we were kids, and I go into like kid mode, and I feel like with the person, and it's like we're in a world, and it's very dimly lit, but we actually emit light. You know, sometimes, you know, I'm looking across and like see like little antennas with little glow lights on the antennas, and manipulating energy and actually playing with energy. And I've had that thought especially when you come in contact with others that are holders of the sacred timeline. You are riding the sacred timeline. You're holding this. You're holding it within your DNA. So you might have ever. I don't see the chat right now. We glitched the chat. There's so many things going on. But maybe if you experience something like that, you know, when you come across someone and you kind of go back and you have that like memory or thought, and, you know, being kids and like, you know, playing with energy and like just like manipulating it and like it just laughing. And so that's where you have to be. That inner child. So, you know, especially during this time period, I recently shared in one of our very powerful videos a story time with Uncle Mike. And, you know, when I think about my inner child, and I'm going to give you a real life story, hit that like button. I appreciate that, so the world could hear me speak about when I was a kid. And this is where the answers lie. And this story, you know, I'm wired differently than most people, and you might be wired differently than most people. So I'm wired differently. And years ago, there was an ice cream truck in my neighborhood. Ice cream truck, ice cream, right? There's an ice cream truck in my neighborhood, and it was called Johnny's. But the guy's name was Mike, and I guess it was originally his father's ice cream truck, and he took it over. So it just said it was just they owned their own ice cream truck, and you know, every time, you know, more than just the summer when it got warmer in Brooklyn, you'd hear ding 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 ding. He would just ring the bell, ding 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 ding, and as a kid, I hear the ding, 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 ding. I get so excited. I said, oh, the ice cream truck is here. I can buy Marvel cards. Yeah. So he would sell these little. He would buy a box of. You always have boxes, whatever the Series 3, the Series 2, Marvel cards on the truck. So when kids were running, I would run. I'd get $1.75. I still remember $1.75. I get the quarters out. I saved my quarters, and I start running down the block. And when regular kids were running for ice cream, I was always running every day. I never bought the ice cream. I bought the Marvel cards. I was trying to get the Wolverine hologram because I was fascinated with superheroes, and the vibe of the excitement. Oh, I'm going to get a pack of Marvel cards, and I started running down the block. I had my change. I started running, and he knew me, and I never bought ice cream from the ice cream truck, but yeah, I bought Marvel cards, and I was trying to get the Wolverine hologram because he was my favorite growing up, and that's the vibe that you have to have. You have to think of the superheroes that you are. Think about being a kid, the joy that you had being a kid. Getting so excited. Oh, he's got the Marvel cards, and that's so you might be wired differently than most people. Most kids were running to get their daily dose of sugar, but I was running to get the Marvel cards, and I just always was fascinated with superheroes. And, a lot of you have been on this light worker, light warrior journey for a while. And, a lot of people resonate with superheroes because the superpowers, they all represent who we are innately. So when we were younger, we saw this, and then we lost, it's not real. And then we just put it down, we put it aside, and we forgot about it. But the truth is, the superhero powers are an accelerated version, right, of things that we all possess. And that's why there are certain superheroes that resonate with you. And you could write them in the comments. What's your favorite superhero? Everything you went through in the past few years was for this. Yeah, it was for this. And you had to be resilient. Okay, you have to be resilient. When you think about the determination that you might have, being flexible, being able to adapt. This video today is a real life example. We have lessons within lessons. Yeah, it's like Inception. It's like dreams within dreams. We have lessons within lessons here. That's how great this channel is, right? Hit the like button if it's great. You have to think on your toes. Just because I had a plan, and all of a sudden it's probably quiet, but I'm not going to move at this point. And then it's got to be so loud, that the noise has to come and try to distract. But you got to be on your toes, because the number one thing is getting the message out. Number one thing is not going to be perfect, and a lot of times people will stunt their growth. Yeah, there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of things that you could put out there. But if you're sitting around waiting for the perfect moment, oh, it's got to be perfect. Or maybe you're doing a video, or you're taking a picture or something, and take it again and do it again. And you're wasting so much time. And once you let go to this and you say, if you're doing work and you say, I'm just going to put it out there, and you just, however it is, this is what it's meant to be. This is what it's supposed to be. You gotta drop that. You gotta drop this is how you change your life right now. You have to get rid of the thought process of perfect, and you have to instill authentic. That's where you have to be strong in right now. A lot of you know what perfect represents, and you also know what authentic represents. You have to drop that perfect mentality, and you have to instill authentic. Authenticity lasts the test of time. It's the truth. The truth lasts forever. But certain things that fake things, it's on a clock. It's gonna decay. That's why in this reality, time really is so precious. It is very precious in this reality. And when you're doing the right thing, You could say to yourself, I could do this all day. Yeah, I could do this all day. That's a good energy vibe, right? Remember Captain America? I could do this all day. Because that's authenticity. You just got to be you. And I could do this every day. And I do it every day. That's the power of authenticity. Just got to be yourself. Just got to speak the truth. It's less energy involved when you're just truthful. That's how you build a timeline. Just go straight to the truth instead of going through all this other matrices, right? Because and what's going on, then you have to say, oh, what did I say to this person? What did I say? Just be yourself. It's so much easier. So much easier. And this is where the world is headed right now. And that's how we build this sacred timeline that we're building right now. So when you are, having some of these childhood memories or memories from past lives, visions that you have, we were trained. We were trained by God. Yeah, we were trained by God. And over time, when you have this training, it's molding you. You're becoming better than you ever were. And now that is going to differentiate what you bring to the table, because we're not all we all have a certain, no one has everything, right? One person has this, and then we all start fitting it together. And that's how we're actually building this brand new timeline. It is a brand new timeline. You're this far into the message, maybe you just tuned in on the live. I appreciate you. Hit that like button so much. You have an understanding that we've shifted timelines. You know it. You know we shifted timelines. And it's just, you're more positive about things. So once you get to that, now you yourself, you have to start saying, you know what, I don't have to pay attention. It's the currency of the universe because you pay it. I don't have to pay attention to that negative thing over there, that negative person over there. It's not relevant anymore. Oh, wow. Isn't that great? It's not relevant anymore. Yeah, it's not relevant anymore. Then you start taking back your power. Then you start realizing, wow, I'm a co-creator of this timeline. I'm a co-creator of the universe. And then all of a sudden you take back that power. And that when you don't realize this, you're allowing other people to live your life for you while you are supposed to be out there. Your voice is supposed to be heard. You are the creator of the timeline. And that's where that power lies, is in that inner child. Those that know me personally, they know my inner child very well. And more, we become that representation. Authentically on our journey, there's a time for this and a time for that. It's the wise words of my Nana. Oh, yeah, I was trained by Queen Esther growing up. Yeah, I was trained by Queen Esther. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And she told me, she said, Mikey, there's a time for this and a time for that. And that's what differentiates me, right? Might differentiate you. You are not the same every single day. And those that know this, God put you in seasons. You got to know your season, kid. Know your season. And now we're in that season. We went through training season. We went into the wilderness, just like how Rocky went into Russia in the cold by himself. And I had a few people there, and he had a focus on a big adversary, Ivan Drago. There he is up there, right? Like 9 feet tall, right? But he chopped them down. Because he had to train. Had to train in isolation. You did this. You're getting this message. You did this for a period of time. That was the season. That season is over. 999. It's over, kid. Yeah, it's over, kid. And now you are put, the spotlight's on you, the spotlight's on me, the spotlight is on us, because we are the holders. We have the keys to the new timeline. We hold the sacred timeline within our DNA. And we are the ones that are writing this timeline. And you're gonna have to remember this right now. You're gonna have to focus on this right now, because if you get pulled into that pit of negativity, it's so easy to get pulled into that pit of negativity. You can't. You have to avoid these people like the plague, because it's negative this, and all of a sudden that's your frequency. You have to be real careful what you consume at this time. What you consume is not only what you eat and drink. It's what you watch, what you listen to. I'm here to tell you, okay? And there's all different types of people that tune in. Okay, this is ready? This is an empowerment channel. Yeah, it's an everyday life empowerment channel. So you want to keep, you want to keep eating whatever you're eating that's not resonating, then do it. You want to keep listening to negativity? Then do it. You do whatever you want. On my journey, all I can do is be the lighthouse. I share from firsthand experience, and the people just say, "Oh, there it is," and then you figure it out. And that's a main thing, okay? And you also might feel this very strongly because we are building this new timeline. We are in this new reality. We don't tell people how to live their lives. I've been sharing this, and more people are rising up, and please share it in the comments. You're sick and tired of fake people in the conscious/spiritual community that tell you how to live your everyday life. Are you tired of that? You can hit the lightning bolts. They're out of here, right? You start living your life, kid. And you do the things that you want to do. I share from a place of authenticity. And all you have to do is look at your life. I did a video a long time ago on vibrational health. Everything carries a vibrational signature. So these things could raise me up. These things might lower, right? But you have to stay focused, on the things that are important. Balance and alignment are key. We're on this new timeline. We are making this timeline together. It's about balancing, right? Being in alignment. And it's about balance. So you don't have to be perfect with everything. Please know that you have to see these things from a higher vantage point, because then you could go way off, out of balance, out of alignment. Some people, they do these weird diets. They do these things because, this is a popular thing, spiritual. I'm gonna be ultra spiritual if I do this, right? And what it did was, right, because on this channel, in this community, we speak the truth here. They caused people to develop something called orthorexia, because they had to be perfect with everything. And as we said early in this lesson, we're on this new timeline. Perfect actually is very low. Trying to be perfect, hit the like button if your Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. When you try to be perfect, that's a low vibration. That's expectations. That's judgment. That's guilt and shame. You feel shame. That's at the bottom. The top is authenticity. When I could just be myself, I'm rocking and rolling, kid. I'm rocking and rolling, baby. Yeah, I just got to be myself. And we're figuring out things as we go along. We're figuring them out. Because that's what this authentic journey is about. It's about trial and error. You're not going to know everything at first glance. And we all have to, I'm just checking the chat. I see the chat's going. I see you guys on the chat now. I have multiple devices for this. Yes, please hit the like button here. I see you guys now. This thing, too many things going on here. But we made it through. So if you're just tuning us, this is a lesson within a lesson. We have to move forward and just be, just go with the flow. Because a lot of people, someone said, this channel, we keep it at 100 here. So, and again, this is not a trolling comment, but like you said, like, what you're not telling me what's going to happen. You have to get that out of your mind, kid. You can't be you can't be going on YouTube to look for people to tell you a date and time and tell me exactly what's going to happen. You have to start. You have to start becoming empowered, and you're getting this message right now. I built things from zero. And I'm here to inspire you to build things. And now all of us, oh wow, we have a whole army of Christ that are building the sacred timeline. Hit the 888 because we're the builders. You have obstacles, in spite of things. That was God's training for me. That was God's training for you. There was a guy on YouTube. Oh, he's still going. Do you know this guy? Ooh, it's me. It's me. And he went out. Remember the video? I went out in the snow. Oh, Uncle, I love the beach. I love it nice and hot. Sweat it out, baby. Yeah, blazing hot. I love it. Uncle Mike loves it nice and hot. Oh, yeah. But I went out in the snow. And the snow's blasting me, and it's freezing cold. The snow is blasting me in the face. And I said, the will beats the skill. Sometimes in inopportune conditions, you need to perform at your finest. And I did. And so did you. And now we all have control of the timeline. Yeah. You're going to have to perform at your finest in inopportune conditions. You did it. That season's over. Now we start building. Now we start getting in tune with the inner child. This is the power of abundance, the power of 888. So you hit him in the chat. You hit him in the comments. You have to stay focused on this. You have to get in tune with the inner child, just like little Mikey. Little Mikey was running. He was running to the ice cream truck to get his pack of cards. That was my life. I don't have to be like anyone else. I need to be me. I always knew since I was a boy. I always knew who I was. And for years, people try to talk you out of it, right? But this is our time. Our time now. We are the sacred holders of the sacred timeline. That's who we are. And now we get to play. It's playtime. It's playtime. That's what it is. That's the inner child. That's how you start creating. I'm able to do daily videos because I'm able to tap into my inner child. And listen, there are times, there are seasons, and there was times I had to, take out the fire sword, whip out my big hammer, right? And I had to do what I needed to do because I knew my brothers and sisters are counting on me. You might have gone through a phase like that. I knew because I'm a man of principle, and we learned a man or a woman of principle cannot be moved. We are Sigmas. We're the sum of all. We actually have everyone within our archetype, a Sigma archetype. You should check it out on the channel if you're new. We are the Sigma archetype. We don't fit into this matrix society. I'm the Sigma archetype since I was a boy. I start running to the ice cream truck, not for ice cream, because I wanted a pack of cards. I saved up my quarters. I got the quarters. Ding, ding, ding. Start running down the block. I'm going. So as I'm leaving this message, we're in the Lionsgate portal. And it's such a powerful time and energy to manifest. We have to manifest these things. And you're able to manifest when you're in tune with the inner child. When you're in tune with your inner child, then you start manifesting like never before. That's where you have to stay focused. That's where you have to be. And the power to create is inside of you. It's not outside of you. Stay focused because you are a co-creator of this very powerful timeline. We've shifted. So relax. You're already here. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. Focus like a laser beam. And let's all focus our attention. Let's focus on the community growing exponentially. If we all hold that frequency, it's happening right now. This is the time to do it in the Lionsgate portal. This is the time to anchor in. This highest timeline is right now. You don't have to wait for next year, the year after that. Let's wait for 2025. No, we're doing it right now. We're living it right now. And don't fall for it. The distractions, the things that try to pull your frequency down. You could be shown these images of ooh, it's so scary, but that throws off your frequency. So realize you are your inner child. Realize that you are a co-creator of this timeline, and realize the power of Christ is inside of you. The light is the truth. It's the truth. Just be authentic. Create from there. It lasts the test of time. Nothing could. It just keeps going. So I love you all. We have Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Links are in the description. Please connect on all of those other platforms. Why don't you hit the subscribe button if you're new? So grateful for that. If you've never shared a video before from this channel, please share this today. I'm so grateful for the sharing. Sharing is caring. Yeah. And what people need to know, people need to get in tune with their inner child. Because once you're in tune with your inner child, oh, you have no idea the power that you possess when you're in tune with that inner child. Yeah, you're going to be more powerful than ever before. That's the truth. That's the truth. Be a kid again. Be innocent like a kid again. And run to the ice cream truck and, you know, all that stuff. So I really love you all. Leave comments. We'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Keep moving forward every single day. We're going to keep you motivated. We're going to make you be empowered on this channel. Our community is a community of people that are empowered, that are taking ownership of their life. Now we're taking ownership of the timeline. We have the ownership of the sacred timeline. Yes, yes, we do. So I really appreciate you all. Yeah, this is a very powerful Lionsgate. So it's time. It's time. It's our time. I am the defender of our everyday lives, no matter what comes your way. Light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. The power's inside of you. Don't forget it.